Cinderella dream ends up getting smashed and crashed to the ground. But high expectations and dreams are not wrong.
Although we have been accused of that high expectations is a major problem. But where did we get those high expectations? When we're dating, we hold hands. The girls value. The guy listens every word that she says, brings her flowers, opens the car door for her, buys her little gifts, does all these wonderful things. And then when we get married, we're told, we're sitting there saying, well, where's my flowers? And they're going, what do you mean, flowers? Well, why don't you ever listen to me anymore? What do you mean, listen to you? Well, why don't we ever hold hands or maybe sit down together on the couch? Why do you have to sit over there and I sit over here? Why do you go out with the boys all the time and I'm always left out? We don't go do anything together. But yet, we're told that the very expectations that we said yes to is wrong. I mean, how many women is going to say yes to being ignored? Where he's gone out with the boys doing softball all the time and you're not paying attention to. I know we do softball at our house with our daughter. Or football, whatever. Or during your dating years, the car doors never opened. And then we sit back and say, yes, that's the kind of life I want. I never, ever want him to open the car door for me. I never want him to buy flowers. I never want him to treat me right. So we're giving these expectations, and on the day we say I do, we're expecting those expectations to be carried on into marriage. And then we get a wake-up call that that's not our reality. I say, why don't you just tell us the truth before we ever get married? This is just during our dating years. This will never happen when we're married.
Forget it, you want to marry him.
Separate anniversaries.
Yeah, separate anniversaries. And then that was on, I might be pushing it, you know? I know some anniversaries are just, whoo, you know. So we sit back and we go to these counselors and we go to our thing, and we're told there's our high expectations. But we were given those high expectations. And it's not our fault that we were given the high expectations. I said yes to that. I said yes. On our first date, he bought me flowers and said, when we go into the restaurant, we're going to take in the flowers. Now, I'm being shy. I don't like being noticed. I've been picked on all my life. I tried my best to hide the best I could, you know. And he's this very outgoing guy. So we pull up to the restaurant. He says, grab the flowers. I leave the flowers in the car because I don't want to be noticed. We go in. He says, where's the flowers? And I said, well, they're in the car. He goes out and brings them in. And he makes a big show of this whole thing. But, you know, I got to really like all of this kind of stuff. I like the flowers, I like the attention, I like the candles. He put candles, he had them get candles for our table. And when we would, even in our bad years, we would go to McDonald's, we had no money. He would bring little candles and set them on the table every so often, you know. It was just, you know, little sweet things every now and then amongst all the abuse, you know, just enough sweet to make it okay, you know.
It's called Jekyll and Hyde. I'm not sure if you want it. It's called Jekyll and Hyde. You're really nice, really sweet, and then you're really an ogre. Then you're really nice, really sweet, you're really an ogre. It's otherwise known as How to Drive a Wife Really Crazy.
Yeah. Over the edge and see, she's really crazy.
We had one couple that we've tried to work with for a long time. This is really difficult because the man doesn't want to cooperate, so we try to get to him through the wife. And one time I emailed him and I said, if your wife was a lesser woman, she would be running down I-4 right now, screaming at the top of her lungs down the middle of the highway, naked. This guy just Jekyll and Hydes, Jekyll and Hydes, Jekyll and Hydes. The poor wife, it's amazing that she survives. But she survives, and we keep helping her and keep trying to communicate. I write letters for her to her husband. I email them to her. She copies and pastes and puts her name on them. It's actually working. It's amazing. We're going to make a book as long as he turns around someday, so we don't get sued. We'll write a book using these letters. So he's actually changing. It's amazing. Like now, instead of being horrible for 2 weeks straight and nice for one day and horrible for 2 weeks straight, and I mean really horrible, Now he's horrible for 3 days and nice for 3 days and horrible for 3 days. He's actually changing without even wanting to. We just keep, it's like knowledge. Knowledge changes a person if they keep reading it. And he keeps reading these letters from his wife, which I wrote.
So he's really in love with you.
There goes the wife. The minister's wife. Yeah, she is deaf too, so it's hard for her to communicate to him. And so anyway, being treated kindly, the Cinderella dream, being loved, cherished, cared for, being highly valued. These, by the way, guys, you want practical things to do in your marriage. These are them. They're all through our seminar. We're trying to get attitudes and changes, but if you pay attention all through the seminar, we're giving you things. I mean, wives want to be treated kindly. Is that too much to ask? You promised you'd love and cherish her, right? Just be nice. That's, I write the letters for this lady to her husband. I'm saying, if you'll just quit being nice, mean, nice, mean, nice, mean, as he keeps telling her that she needs to tell him that he is her hero. He buys all these books off of Amazon written by women saying that, okay, the secret to marriage is tell your husband that he's your hero and respect him no matter what he does. So he keeps trying to tell her to do all this stuff. And so I'll compose a letter back and it'll say, well, I would if you'd quit being nice, mean, if you would just treat me nice for a while, you could be my hero. But how can you be my hero if you're treating me like this? Slowly the vows change in marriage from...
I call them the silent vows. We make our commitment on the day I do, and we say, I will love, honor, and cherish you. I will treat you with respect. And we lay out all these wonderful things, and she's sitting there in tears and can't believe this is really happening, and she has to look at her finger and go, wow, it's really real. I really found my prince. And then, after the I do, reality sets in, because it's not long after that before the silent, non-verbal, the no car opening the car doors, no longer can walk down to the store to get the flowers. They've gotten a little more expensive. They're 50 cents more than they were when we were dating. And the car door that he used to open is the same car door when they were dating has gotten a little bit heavy. Can't open that car door anymore. So it's not like, so then we sit back and we say, well, that's just the way marriage is. It's never the way God planned it. God never once planned on marriage, on your dating years being wonderful, and then your marriage years being horrible. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's right. And He expects us to live a life of sanity, not a life of Jekyll and Hyde and kind of weirding out and being cuckoo. He wants us to live a life, and what we present, we need to continue living. Amen?
Ladies, if you would like your husbands to open your car door, just turn that child lock on your door so you cannot open it up from the inside. And when he gets out to go somewhere, he looks back, you're sitting there going, He just wait.